Yeah, guys. Wow, it's been a long minute. So I'm assuming that also everyone who used to become who used to get a part of these are also still, hey, it's been a long minute. But yeah, man, it feels good. It feels good to be back. Changes happen, a lot has happened since we met here. You guys know that I used to work with RCG, and that changed, and so we had a bit of a pause there with trying to adjust to a new place, and just make sure that everybody's properly handled. I know that in some instances there's still places that we're lacking, but it comes with change. But yeah, we just trying to get everything fixed. Everyone that we need to gift, we know that we need to gift, as from OpenEye's side, and then everyone else, is around. So I know at least we've got half the participants that we sometimes have. I'm just gonna ask for Prof to unmute himself. So the other guys are gonna come in, and as we just explained, is that Prime Club is five mentors coming through, and just breaking down the markets. Obviously, you guys know Prof and myself. We've been pushing this thing. He used to be in our signal group, and then we had a bit of a pause because of compliance there. So even now, we still are trying to get it all sorted out, but we know that as long as we being honest, transparent, realistic, and doing our best for you guys, we know that we shouldn't be in trouble with the regulator, because the regulator again doesn't have a problem with people providing forex services, but they rather have a problem with people doing dodgy things in forex. But anyway, like I said, it's good to have you guys back. And it's also funny that the week that we come back is when NFP decided to be like, I'm back. So, guys, for 2 months now, we haven't had NFP, right? So it's very exciting to know that we're going to have NFP again, and yeah, we just really trying to get things back together. Like we're saying that the U.S. government is open again, so we hope to see increased volatility in the market, especially because we've missed a lot of key events. And yeah, we've lost a lot of key events which we could have traded, but the releases went down, like your CPIs, PPIs, and all of that. So even right now, I'm just trying to load this thing. So even the levels are different now, guys. So let me just share my screen, and then I'll get a bit into what we were talking about, what I was talking about. But yeah, guys, let's get back into it, guys. Let me just share my screen, and we will be all good, all good, all good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, guys. So, like I said, first thing, I'm not sure if you're seeing my screen, but like I said, that first things first, NFP is back, but already there's a red flag for NFP for me, because NFP is on Thursday, guys. So when NFP comes it's always like, firstly, it's not the first Friday of the month. We used to the first Friday of the month being the day where NFP is. Sorry, I see that there's a message. My computer is just being a little bit slow. not wanting to show me the thing. This NFP is not fair. So yes, NFP is on Thursday, and so I'd really be tracking it in terms of what I'm eventually gonna take. So it is a bit funny, and for this one, because it's the first NFP after like 2 months of no NFP, which is like ever since I started trading, we've only had one NFP delay. Guys, you can let this one miss you. If you are 100% okay with the risks involved with this next NFP that is coming up, then you can go and trade it. But generally, no, I'd say stay out of it. Rather trade. Come on, rather trade. Rather trade after the NFP release. Guys, I'm just not too sure if I'm that audible, if you guys are online with me.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, okay, cool. Prof, you've been as quiet as a church mouse. But yeah. Anyway, for this week, well, CAD CPI came out today. I didn't trade that. Tomorrow we have a GBP CPI coming out. I'm a bit excited for that one. I'll have a look at it, and of course, in the new group, I will holla. Also, maybe in the old group for the next week. It is interesting to see that we do have a lower than expected forecast. Today, maybe we'll get back onto the charts. But today, Prof will also be breaking down the ATM thing and indicator. So yeah. CPI tomorrow morning, I think we could experience a bearish pound, considering also that they are looking at a lower thing. Don't trade it against the USD as yet. But Thursday, funny enough, we're expecting an increase on NFP numbers. The forecast, is said to be increased. So I think I'm going to be buying the dollar. So things like sell GBP USD, buy USD JPY for NFP. So that's one that I'm looking for. And then finally, retail sales on Friday morning, just that bit of volatility. So I'm out. So GBP tomorrow, GBP on Wednesday morning, sorry, GBP on Wednesday morning, I'm looking at the Thursday, I'm looking at the NFP, and then Friday, I'm looking at the retail sales. So I don't know, Prof. What are you anticipating?
So basically, since this is like our first NFP technically, to me it's more of I'll just see what the ATM system gives me like 30 minutes before, and then I'll just ride that wave. But honestly, I'm not expecting too much on my side. It's just that there's going to be some volatility, of course, since we've had NFP on a pause, the US government has been on a pause. But I'll just see because usually the system gives a signal like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes an hour before, and it just follows through. So honestly, that's what I'm looking at for NFP. And same applies with unemployment rate. And yeah, basically that's where my mind is. So basically, guys, the loveliest thing about the systems we have is that it's mainly based on trend following, right? And most fundamental events follow the larger trend. I'm not sure if some of you guys have noticed. So most of them follow the larger trend, right? And it helps so much with what we have because you're usually now on the right side of the market instead of the wrong side of the market. So basically, wait, what's the question? Is the open eye system and the prof system the same? It has its nuances. It has its nuances, and I'm sure you guys will understand as we do more meetings. So we have the sweet spot indicator and the ATM indicator, right? So there are some slight nuances on the way it works. So, like
Hey,
for you
Chief,
guys,
you are confusing us. There are similarities. Yo, man, the nuances is like what? Yes, no. To basically answer, there are similarities, but I think final execution would differ from perspective to perspective.
yeah, yeah. So basically, exactly what Scooby just said. So the final execution would differ, but then the lucky part for you guys is that you have access to both. So it just gives you an extra confluence, right? So usually when they're aligned, it's just that much better, because you know that okay, most likely the market is leaning onto one side than the other, right? So since we also do some analysis, it will help you guys. So for example, if we're looking at a bullish dollar and the systems tell us bullish, then guess what? We are probably going to buy. All right. So yeah. In terms of numbers, the numbers are pretty evident as you guys saw. But then I feel like since it's the first NFP after a while, it'd be very wise to kind of like follow the trend, right? Which is what our systems kind of offer. So yeah, as Scooby's putting up the numbers right now, as you can see, the forecast is 58,000 and the previous was 22. So that's bullish for the dollar, right? So if our systems align towards the bullish side, then our odds are towards the bullish side. So basically, that's my take for NFP this week.
All right, and so is the are you ready for me to switch you over as the host so that we can look at the ATM trading, guys? If you don't have the indicators or both of them, or you only have one of them or anything like that, guys, do send either Prof or myself or whoever you have access to, because remember there's five of us now. Just talk to whoever gave you this link, and then they'll be able to give you all the instructions on how to get into it. Prof, I'm not too sure. Are you ready for me to give you make it a host?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. All right. And then, yeah, I guess also through this session, you'll be seeing just a couple of things and also some playouts that we'll see for the upcoming week. So, yeah, guys, first we'll do ATM. And then if we still have a little bit of time, I'll come back for my usual analysis session. I don't know if Prop will also drop something. And then next week, we'll do the sweet spot indicator and then another bit of an analysis session there.
Okay.
Right, changing over to Prof.
All right. So let me share my screen. You guys can kindly tell me when you see it.
I see your screen.
All right. So some of you might not know, but this is called the ATM trading simply because that's what we do. We trade and we go to the ATM. That is That is what this system allows you to do. It allows you to trade and withdraw because at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. We don't want to donate to brokers. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown of basically what you are seeing, right? And any questions, pop it into the chat. And if we can't be able to attend to them, we'll attend to them later. So what you guys are looking at on the left here is the smart panel. Now, why is it smart? Usually, you guys know that we do top-down analysis. So we'll start from our higher time frames all the way to our lower time frames, so that we can identify the trend, right? So the smart panel right here, the yellow box on your bottom right, is basically a top-down analysis. So you don't need to do your top-down analysis, right? It is right here in front of you. So when you get access to this system, you do not need to change any settings. They are on default day trading, meaning you should always be on your 15-minute time frame. That's where we look at the signals, that's where we execute. All right. So as you can see, M5 means bearish. It's bearish right now. M5 is your 5-minute time frame. So we know our M5 is bearish. We know our M15 is bearish, as it's saying. We know our M30 is bearish. Our 1 hour is bearish. And our 4 hour is bearish. So as you can see, this gives us a general consensus of the trend and where the market is most likely to go, right?
I
So
just wanna interrupt you there a bit, just to let the people know that, guys, if you feel like asking a question, please type it in the chat, and then we will definitely answer it for you.
yeah. So yeah, guys, that's basically it for your time frames, right? So you don't need to keep switching on your time frames, going to your M5, your M15, your I mean your M30, 4 hour, whatever. You don't need to do that because it's right there in a table for you, right? I call it the smart panel because it's very smart. It saves you time to do your top-down analysis. All right. So remember that you always need to be on your M15 time frame to execute and see these signals. And then what we have underneath the 4 hour, which is here, is your zone state. So the state of the zone you're in, is it trending or is there no trend? Or is it ranging? Right? So usually when it says trending, the market is trending towards the direction of what you're seeing up here, which is bearish, as it's saying. Bearish means we're going down, right? So sometimes you might see it saying ranging or no trend, but then everything else that says bearish. So what you might witness when that happens is that the market might not move as quick as it should or as you think it should, right? So this helps with you knowing that, okay, the market is trending. So most likely my TPs are going to hit quicker than not. And then zone volatility here, it tells you the volatility of the zone. You don't need to pay much attention to that, right? For as long as your stars are aligned, your time frames are aligned, especially the top three, which is 4 hour, 1 hour, and M30. When these three are in the same direction, chances are we are going that direction, right? And then your zone state is trending as well. So the zone volatility is just telling you how quick the market is moving, right? At that current moment, which is usually calculated per hour. So it's telling you how quick we are moving. So usually when it's above 60%, you'll notice that the market is moving quite fast, right? Like it's just moving. And when it's below 60%, it's a little bit slower. So that's basically all it's telling you. And you guys won't need capital activity because this is for when you link a broker to your trading view. And right now we're using PrimeXBT and PrimeXBT hasn't onboarded themselves on TradingView. So this is just in case they do that in the future. Your capital will say active. So you have active capital. So right now it's always going to say inactive. So just don't mind this one. And then as you can see, current session is New York session. So it tells you the session for those people that don't know their sessions and stuff. It'll tell you New York session, London session, Tokyo session, Sydney session. So whatever session you're in, that's what it'll tell you. And then finally, the zone pressure. The zone pressure is basically where the market has been moving to for the past day or two, right? Think of it as you see when we're looking at a weather forecast, and then they tell us that chances of raining are 70%. So you know that okay, today there's higher chances of raining, right? Because it's above 50. Think of it that way. So the zone pressure, when it's saying it's bearish, it's telling you that the odds towards that direction are very high. So when it says we're bullish, it means the odds towards that direction are very high. So that is the smart panel, right? Now let's move on to the charts, as you can see. What critical zone means, it basically means sell, right? So it's giving you a sell signal. And what growth zone means buy, right? So over here, you can see your zone entry. This is your entry price. As you can see, let me zoom in because this is a arrow. It's just that it's very thin so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. As you can see right here, critical zone, it's an arrow towards the downside. So this is where the market was saying sell, right? Okay. And harvest one is basically, when you plant a seed, guys, you need to harvest it. Otherwise, it's going to go rotten. So harvest one is basically your TP1. Harvest two, your TP2. Harvest three, your TP3. And this is always going to be static. It's not dynamic. It never changes. Meaning your harvest one will always be a 1:1. As you can see right here. Let me
All
just do
right.
this.
As you explaining that, can I just answer two questions here? If you
Yes,
already
please.
have a one person system, you can get access to the next person system because our clients will have access to all of that. And then yes, so normally we will share signals that we get there. So where it would be nice if you're a scalper, so let's say you're trading the 1 minute chart, right? Then that's when it would be nicer to actually trade your own, because if we're still sending a signal and then you're still going to see it later on, whatnot. But yeah, unless you're scalping, it's not so necessary. But then remember, we're not always showing sending signals. And then also, does it come with a notification for buy and sell? So unfortunately, with TradingView itself, so with our indicators, we have coded triggers, but then TradingView itself, you need to be on a paid version of TradingView so that TradingView itself can send you the notifications. So the indicators do have that, but then you won't get it on the free TradingView. Right, you can carry on, Prof.
Yeah. Thanks for noting that out, because yeah, a lot of people might just need that information. Thanks a lot, man. So yeah, guys, as you can see, your harvest one, which is TP1, will always be a 1:1. As you can see over here, there's one written because it's 1:1. And your harvest two will always be 1:2, right? Sometimes it's slightly less, slightly more, but it's generally the same. And then your harvest three is your TP3, right? So as you can see today, we had a nice trade over here on German 30, and the market went and it hit your harvest three. So in a nutshell, okay, I almost forgot. Capital guard is your stop loss because you need to guard your capital at all costs, right? Because we are in this game to make money, but for you to make money, you need to protect your money, right? So you always need a stop loss. So capital guard is your stop loss price, as you can see over here. So just to run that through, capital guard, stop loss, zone entry is where you should enter. Harvest one, TP1, harvest two, TP2, harvest three, TP3, right? So you see how easy we've made trading for you guys. Like we spent a lot of time to actually make these systems to have a high win rate so that people don't need to overly analyze and then you end up getting analysis paralysis, which is over analyzing and just messing up your brain. All right. So things are just right here. You just need to be on this one time frame. You don't need to do a top-down analysis because the smart panel has your back. It'll tell you if we're bearish or we are bullish. And the main time frames to look at is the 4 hour, 1 hour, and M30. When those are in the same direction, then you know that, okay, I need to be focusing on sells instead of buys, right? So when the system gives you buys, but your 4 hour is bearish, 1 hour is bearish, and M30 is bearish, then you know not to entertain those buys, right? Because the smart panel is telling you we are bearish. So you need to just focus on the sells. And zone pressure is also bearish, then you already know. Good to go, you know? So yeah, guys, it's very simple to actually trade this. But of course, you need a little bit practice, just spend some time with the indicator, ask some questions, and in less than a week, you'll already understand what it's doing because you'll be watching it do its thing, trading here and there, and you'll be confident in like less than a week that, oh, okay, this is how this thing works, and this is how I like to trade it. So, yeah, guys, it's really that simple, and there's nothing more to say unless you guys have questions on that. So for buys, of course, it's vice versa of what I just said. Make sure your smart panel is bullish on these three time frames, M30, H1, H4, and make sure that you also on a bullish zone pressure, and then you'll just focus on buys. So basically, that's the ATM trading, guys.
All right. I see some questions here. Yes. So we're avoiding the sale of it right now because we're still completing compliance things. So normally when you sell, then the regulator will have an issue. But then yes, fund your account with a minimum of $10, and then yeah, you get access. And then yes, whoever you got the link from, then you can send the proof, and then just another thing I wanted to ask, then, Prof, if you want to scalp on like the 1 minute, 5 minute, how would you then approach that?
So it's totally different settings from the default settings. And I'm not sure if we should go through it on this session or just have a session for that so that we don't like confuse some of the people and take your time. So I don't know if I should go through that or not.
Um, okay, so what I think, let's just do some old school analysis, how we normally do it, and then we'll set up another session where we do the scalping ones.
Yeah, I think that'll be dope so that we don't like overshare and just confuse people because
Yes,
most people probably
and confuse, yeah, people. That's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, all right. I don't know. Do you want to start, or will you switch it off over to me? Then I quickly break down. Um, Okay, so basically, everyone for Prof, just let me know. We have got into an agreement that we'll give people everything. So not even mines and profs, but there are other people in the group that are still making in the group that are still finalizing their systems. We're helping them. Their prof is very great at coding, so he's been helping everyone. So hopefully by next year February, everyone will have access to five of them. All right. All right, and then Kaya, I see your message that you sent right now. Just send your name right now to our OpenAI number, and then we will try to get you sorted as soon as possible. And then yeah, you can quickly make me host. We do it old school way. It's always nice when you, especially like with these indicators, and the reason why I haven't been sending so many messages. Where are you, Prof? Did you make me host again? Let me just quickly.
Yes, I just
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Some. So I really like to break down the charts still old school. So I still like to do like my analysis. For example, Euro JPY. And now that we're looking at Euro JPY, we can see that, look, last year's high, which was an incredible high, has been broken. So, for example, Euro JPY, we are really looking at a buy already. When we look at the monthly chart, there's a strong buy there. So we already are looking at some buys for the month. Maybe when we take from high to low, what we still expecting is a push up to these two places of resistance over here, being 180 700, so about 100 pips from here, and then 183. So already from a technical point of view, I am looking at a buy on Euro JPY. I mean, we can see clearly the trend is there, and then maybe for the high of the week, expecting it to stop at about like 180 700. And then typically, what I would do after taking the old school analysis is look at the indicator, right, and then wait for the indicator to show me buy signals. But when I go through my session for the sweet spot indicator, I'll show you exactly how I do it. But then I'd look at like your M15. You guys know I normally send M15 trades for the day trades. But then you can also scalp it by going to a 1 minute. So already here we can see clear break of the high, right? Where is my annotation tool? We can see that market here had clear break of the high, market retrace, didn't come exactly into that place, but is already moving again to go make a higher high before coming back into around that zone, higher high. So that's why I'm already looking at a buy for Euro JPY. So that's what I'm looking at this week. So in terms of any of the indicators that we're using, then I'd be looking at a buy. And then also here, Euro, I mean GBP USD, right? Already looking at the monthly chart, we can see that last month was bearish. So I mean the daily chart, but let's go look at a monthly chart. We can see that there were clear bears over there. So we know that what happened last month is most likely what's going to happen this month. And because we've been seeing a lot of sellers come through, I mean buyers come through this year. So you know, a market has to come back, retrace before it continues on their upside momentum, which I'm expecting to see them at least come through to around these places, right? We have come through to another place of support, so that is one more thing to watch out for. But I think we're gonna go more into a mid-year, so last year, middle of the year place to find support. So I think we're gonna push down a bit right into not last week's, but the previous week's lows, and just break them a bit before we go above. So that's why already I was talking about looking at a strong dollar for NFP, and also looking at a weak pound for CPI, because already on the larger time frame trend, we can see that this has been sliding down. It's making a bit of a retracement, like you see market slide down, made a retracement, went down, made a retracement, went down, made a retracement, come back just to take out those orders again before moving in that direction. So those are the two things that I'm looking at this week. So even when it comes to the indicator, then I will be looking at sell GBP USD trades. And then I don't know, Prof, do you quickly want to give us something on maybe gold? Maybe you can give us some analysis on gold there.
Okay, no problem, man. No problem.
I'm trying to make you the host. Okay, there. Are you ready?
All right, yep. Let me just open up my chart.
Oh, I love it, man. They made you host. So ready or not, here we are. The people are waiting, bro. Give us the sauce.
All right, let me share the screen.
By the way, guys, by the way, I love the energy. I love how you came out in numbers. And guys, let's keep growing. Let's get this room to 100 participants.
The host isn't allowing multiple presenters sharing for this meeting.
Okay, allow. I'm clicking allow. I don't know what it's saying, but anyway, you can do your thing, bro. You are the host, right?
No, because I can't share
Oh,
my
sorry,
screen.
sorry,
It's telling me
sorry. I
that
just
message.
made you the host. I don't know. Is it not making you the
Still
host?
telling me the same thing. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why it's not making you the host because I keep literally clicking make the host. All right, maybe you can actually do some analysis there, and then we'll post it up on our Telegram group. Because guys, these videos get posted up to Telegram. So if you didn't catch the beginning of everything, then you can go to the Telegram channel. You can ask us for the Telegram link. We'll hit you up, and then I think Prof, because it doesn't want to switch host to Prof and allow Prof to. Maybe you can try the thing.
Let me try it again. Yeah, still telling me that someone. Oh, stop sharing your chart.
Stop sharing my chart. Oh. Sorry. Um.
All
Oh,
right. Yeah.
okay.
Now,
Yeah, maybe something. Yeah, now there you can break it down for us. Sorry about that,
all right.
guys. But guys, always remember that the recordings go onto YouTube and to Telegram.
Okay. So just a quick. Let me just get rid of all of this. As you guys know, top-down analysis is boss, and it'll always be simply because it gives you the ultimate direction. So as you can see, this whole year we have been trending upwards, right? So we recently got a pullback on October 21st, which is this huge candle, this huge engulfing here, right? We got that. And as you can see, the market tried to push back up again, but it doesn't seem to have enough strength, right? So looking at the dollar on NFP saying that the dollar will be bullish, there's chances that gold will be bearish, right? And from what we're seeing, the past 2 days, the market has dropped. Where did it drop? Okay. Some of you guys that trade SMC or as Scooby calls it, Prof MC, you guys can tell that this zone right here is what some people call an order block, right? So there's a reason why the market tapped into this order block right here, which is basically our supply zone. It tapped into it and it started to drop, and it is still dropping. So from the looks of it, it is chasing the demand zone, which is this order block down here, right? So we are basically in between. But where's the pressure? The pressure is towards the downside, right? So that's the
Chief,
daily.
Chief, not to
Yeah.
interrupt you, but you've got like 40 seconds left,
All right.
unless everybody rejoins the link. Or, like I said, that guys, Monday Market Mapping, that group there, you'll find the analysis.
Yeah. So you know what I'll do? I'll just do an analysis, a recording, and then I'll just post it in the group.
Away. So, guys, Monday Market Mapping, you're gonna get it, and also on YouTube. Shout out, guys! Shout out! Thank you for coming through. Same time next week. Please come through 7:30. We are killing it even better.